Green 80. Green 80.
Again, it's Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey. Green 80. Green 80.
The pitch to Fournette. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. And he spins free. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got the completion to Strong. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And his throw is incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Bo Scarborough, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. This will be taken short.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
They'll toss it to Fournette, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Green 80. Green 80.
Here's a give to Fournette. And some room to roam now. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Fournette proven to be even more dangerous this year than as a rookie as the Jags come up 1st and 10.
Set. Green 80. Mike's 47.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, we got 3.
Running left, it's Fournette. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Oh, yeah!
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Here we go.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
3 down, 3 down. Set. Green 80. Check 37, check 37. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
3 down, 3 down.
On 3rd down, Fournette.
Let's go one more.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing now is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Strong right. Strong right. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Jackson to throw. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Jackson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down, even. Green 80.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Jags, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.